Hi, folks. This is Mountain Man coming to you from parts unknown. I got kicked out earlier. I was in the stream. I just want to touch base with you all, let you know. Luckily, this is working all right. I don't know what, I might have had a copyright catch up with me. You know, sometimes they take you down for that. Or I don't know. I just got plucked out. But anyway, I do have some more videos that I could play. I guess we'll have a date for tomorrow. I was going to broadcast on Wednesdays and Fridays, but I'll go ahead and do another broadcast tomorrow. Hi, television shows. I saw some of your comments in there, and yeah, if Ray was playing footsies with the World Economic Forum, no, I'm not down with that. The only thing I can say is at this level of like Mad Magazine used to have, spy, counter spy. You never know till the mask comes off, like in the Scooby-Doo television show. How you doing, Max, Sissy, and Cola? Ha ha. Linda, Pappy Two Bears. Yeah, I don't know what happened. Just my screen just went black, and out I went, gone. I got the boot, and I was talking about Andrew, and then his other name is Weissman. So he is a high-level deep state player. That may be another reason. And you know what? I can't keep talking in code but so much, and I know that so much information is flying around. They would have to get rid of so many people. And they suppress my channel anyway. What's it matter? To them, that doesn't mean anything to them to push a button and knock me out when I talk about sensitive subjects. But I will reiterate that Andrew Weissman, unless, because I'm talking about playing at a very high level, spy, counter spy. What if he was an angel in the room? Remember, Trump keeps talking about during the Mueller investigation, he had an angel in the room. I always heard that Weissman was pushing for Trump to be impeached using real crazy notions and ideas, and like saying that if you say you're innocent of a charge, you're obstructing justice. That type of philosophy. And what if it gets flipped around? What if Weissman was really an angel in the room? I don't believe that. I'm just saying, without the information, without knowing who, I'm sure they have got communications that they have intercepted, deciphered, whatever. They know way more than we know. And I know Weissman has never acted like a friend at DJT, but Donald Trump did say there was an angel in the room. We're going to find out who that is at some point. I think this is too big of a historical event for us never to find out who the angel in the room was. Anyway, flannel cheese, nice to see you, Angela. Made it back, yeah. So I don't have a lot to go on. I'll try to do the best I can. I've got some videos. That I will save for tomorrow. But I tell you one thing: if you all are on X, I will. I'm going to do this rather short broadcast, but I am going to mention Libs of TikTok. They've got an operation going, and I don't think it's a formal operation. It's just something that is falling in their lap, where they're getting all these videos of people, teachers, okay, people in universities, positions of public trust, elected officials, who are posting the most vile garbage. And they are pushing to get these people identified. One guy was using a ghost account, and they busted him. But anyway, if you go on X and go ahead and follow Libza TikTok, you'll see some of the wildest, I mean, elementary school teachers, you know, and council members talk about the enemy within and support them with a follow and heart their posts, because you never know, they might put up something and it helps to get these people removed. Like this guy here, John Courtney Pollard, an avid Kamala supporter, was just arrested, just indicted by the DOJ for threatening to KINNL and skin alive a Pennsylvania campaign staffer who was recruiting poll watchers. They reported on him and got him indicted by the Department of Justice. That is something else I was going to bring up in tandem with this raiding poly market. Okay, we're getting down to where people are getting arrested for interference with an election, threatening poll workers. Okay, people that are in teaching positions have care, custody, and control of your child that are mentally deranged. Okay. Hi, Elohim. How you doing? Hi, Tracy. And it's got to be exposed. I say support them with a follow if you can. Libs of, they're doing good work. They really are. And I consider do a whole show going over the stuff that they've gone over. Chief Russia hoax collusion spreader Adam Schiff is absolutely terrified. Good. That's a post they put up. And they reposted stuff Adam Schiff was saying. That's another one who is like Mr. Sweaty Man, okay? First, the Supreme Court granted a presidential immunity for weaponizing the Justice Department. Now Donald Trump wants to appoint Matt Gaetz as Attorney General, ? Confirming him would mean affirming the worst potential abuses of the DOJ. He must be rejected by the Senate. Elon Musk answered him. That was Adam Schiff. Elon Musk answered him saying, the hammer of justice is coming. I didn't even get to the hammer of justice. Elon Musk has put that up in multiple places. He the first time he put it up was over a week ago when Trump got elected. He said the hammer of justice is coming. So Adam Schiff's got a lot of nerve to talk about weaponizing the DOJ. The hell he's put Trump and his family through. That's why Melania didn't go. Melania wouldn't even go see Joe and Jill. Okay, raid her house, go through her underwear drawer, raid her son's bedroom, take pictures. No, she wasn't going to go have tea with them. It was a very public rebuke that was noted around the world, okay, as a snub. A snub, a well-earned snub. So maybe him and Mr. Sweaty Man, Adam Schiff and Mr. Sweaty Man could share a cell. Another thing that is very encouraging is along with people getting arrested for hassling poll workers, the raid on Poly Market. Some people are saying it was the FBI's being jackbooted thugs. Why? Why? We know people were going in there manipulating, making Kamala appear to have more support than she really had. Then they ran out of money. I mean, you bet on a loser to change the numbers, and she still loses. Guess what? You lose tens of millions of dollars. So whoever was doing it got to a point where they said, no, I've lost enough money, thank you very much, and let the natural market show that Trump was going to win. But Ken Paxton, this is another encouraging thing. Ken Paxton says, I'm excited to work with my friend Matt Gaetz. There are a few people I trust more to take on the deep state and end the weaponization of the Justice Department. Matt Gaetz has been a stalwart defender of liberty, and Texas has his back. Congratulations, Matt. And what did Don Lemon say? What did Don Lemon say? He said that all disputes on the tape I played earlier on the earlier broadcast was going to be, everything was going to be handled through Texas. All right, Texas is going to have Elon's back as far as protecting free speech. And so Paxton's activated. I don't know if he's going to get an appointment or not. This is another thing from Libs of TikTok. Somebody in Kentucky is a DEI hire. I guess he's a political preacher. How you doing, Gary? Angela, what the heck are we going to do about John Thune? John Thune, I believe, will do as he's told. John Thune, I believe, will do as he's told. I could be wrong, but we didn't come this far for monkey shines. But anyway, this guy's named John Marshall, Chief Equity Officer for JCP Sky in Kentucky, who says that he told young black students that white people could care less about you. He's being paid $200,000 to sow division, distrust, and resentment among school kids in the name of DEI. John needs to resign today. I saw a follow-up to this Libs of TikTok post where 14 members of the State House have called for his resignation. So, yeah, if it's something that's happening in your state, if you follow Libs of TikTok and they pull up something, might even be in your hometown, a crazy elementary school teacher or something that you're not aware of, or you have kin people or friends that live in a certain area that there's these wild-eyed activists in position of public trust, you can make a difference. So Elon Musk is also, he has his pack still going, and he's putting a word out. Anybody messing around trying to interrupt this much needed government reformation, okay, this reacquisition, reclaiming the government for the people, he's going to primary them and make sure they get run out of Dodge. Okay? Nick Sortor reported Elon Musk is threatening to fund primary challengers against congressmen and senators who go against the Trump agenda, per multiple Capitol Hill sources. Backstabbers will be removed. Don't screw around. So we're hitting them like Trump said one time. When we thought he was down and out, he said, I'm going to hit him from the left. I'm going to hit him from the right. I'm going to hit him from the bottom. I'm going to hit him from the top. I'm going to hit him from the front. I'm going to hit him from the back. And he said, I'm going to hit him right in the effing middle. He said that. Look at what he's doing. Vivek Ramaswamy, Elon Musk, Matt Gates, on that, all these different people, and he ain't finished yet. He's just thrown out enough. What he put out today is going to keep them dizzy, discombobulated, afraid, and then he's going to hit them with more pronunciations, more announcements, more appointments, and he's going to be smiling the whole time. It's going to be hard for them to settle on a target. Tuco, how you doing? And who knows? Who knows? Something might happen with Michigan, like Tuco's asking the question. Something might happen Arizona. That has nothing to do with Christopher Wray or Trump or Gates, or maybe state enforcement may rise up. Pennsylvania, you never know. Never forget. That's why I told that story about the governor of Texas. Holy cow. I see it. Rick Perry. Rick Perry. Remember that name. You can look it up. They arrested the governor of the state, Rick Perry, using lawfare. Got his mugshot on the net. He ran for president. So we don't know what they got up their sleeve. But neither does the deep state. So you all know that Matt Gaetz resigned. Mike Johnson said it took him by surprise. Took him by surprise. Mike Johnson said that. I don't think it did. But anyway, they got to play the game. Matt Gaetz is all in. Just about all the House seats are going to be replaced probably by Ron DeSantis, because most of them are Florida seats, except for the one in Hawaii, Tulsi Gabbard. Okay. So we're going to lose a Republican there, but she just turned Republican. But who knows? Maybe if they have a special election, another Republican will replace her in Hawaii. But that's another thing what I was saying. Trump is so confident, even though there's this razor thin House victory, and we lose anything. That's why it's striking me that he's very comfortable. Makes me think something's going to happen. Something's going to happen, because you can't have these elections being drawn out in multiple states. A federal election going past constitutional boundaries. Over a week, and they're still counting votes in states that don't require any ID. Is that responsible governance? Is that something you could certify is being done in a manner as prescribed by the Constitution in a lawful manner? Or is it negligence? Or is it malfeasance? Or is it, at the worst, criminal fraud? It stinks too much. So anyway, we're going to go. Tomorrow's going to be Thursday, and then we got Friday. Something, as I've said before, something usually happens to claim the news cycle for a weekend. I would have thought that if Matt Gaetz's appointment would have been the big story, they would have done it on Friday to make it the talk of the weekend. But no, they've done it in the middle of the week. So there's something else going to be coming out. You're probably right, Tuco. I don't know if she's currently in office or not. I don't know that she ever lost an election. I don't know that she ever resigned. Because on the 17th letter, post number 24, I've gone over before many times. Let me see if I got it. Oh, gee, I do. Any person making statements they will not be seeking re-election was put in submission for the betterment of the country. Not all will be prosecuted and will do as told. You will see more of this occur, not normal yet disregarded, and even on the Democrat side. I don't remember her stepping down, resigning, or losing an election. I don't know. Yeah, that business with the FEMA disclosure about discriminating, and they're going to stab each other in the back. Okay, Todd. Yeah, she's not currently in office, so we're basically swapping out Republicans in strong Republican areas, but 218 is like a break even. I mean, it's just like 1 or 2 seat majority. And then another Florida man is Florida man does this, Florida man does that. Marco Rubio. But he'll be an easier. He's going to get replaced by DeSantis, and then there'll be election in the heavy Republican area, and I'm sure we'll get somebody else in there, some fresh blood. And Secretary of Defense, I mean, shoot, I got that wrong. Secretary of State for Marco Rubio, I think that's a step down. Marco Rubio was a little too, he got snatched up when he first got elected. Marco Rubio, when he was a freshman senator, he got snatched up by John McCain. And I think he got polluted. I think he's a good person. But like they say, the swamp begins to feel like a hot tub. And I don't know how, enamored he became with that hot tub. But he was no friend of Trump's. But I'm sure he will do as he's told. He stepped down. He's given up his Senate seat. To me, that says he submitted and will do as he's told, which is good. But for Secretary of State, there were a lot of people they could have picked. But Marco Rubio being removed from the Senate, and as I said, one of my past broadcasts, senators are like islands unto themselves since they made it a direct election. They are 6 years. They could care less if their constituents don't like what they're doing at the time. It doesn't really matter. The fix is in. They'll be senators for 50 years. How do you stop that? Well, you make him a Secretary of State. Look how that worked out for Hillary Clinton. She was a senator in New York. Obama made her Secretary of State. And then she lost to Donald Trump, and now she's doing nothing. I'm not a Rubio fan either, Todd. You know, he may have saw light, but I remember he was amazed. He said it like 2 or 3 times during an interview when he was like a first-year senator, that McCain said to him, "We put on a good show, didn't we?" And he had a look on his face like he couldn't believe that that's what McCain was saying to him, that they were just putting on a show. This was years ago, way before any of this stuff with Trump. Way before, I think Obama. I think it was at the end of the Bush era. So yeah, he was sucked in by the neocons. I think he's been removed, and we're going to get a solid senator in there. Either that, or he'd sit there forever under the old rules. But the old rules are being destroyed before our eyes. The people, you heard Weissman crying about recess appointments. Too bad. Cry. George Bush did them. Obama did them. Every president's done recess appointments for different offices. And they're trying to come up with this language, novel language, like scope of deference. It's beyond the president's scope of deference. What the hell are you talking about? And I forgot what Weissman, they come up with this damn mumbo jumbo where you got to get a thesaurus out to figure out what they're saying, and they think that makes it legal. Big Tish, yeah, her fat backside is going to jail. Trump is going to get a mop-up crew. That's what he's getting. So he doesn't get his hands dirty anymore. He doesn't get in direct conflicts anymore. He's the president of the United States. Somebody else can handle his light work. And Fannie Willis, Alvin Bragg, Tish James, they're all light work. And you know what? Those things, a lot of those things should be handled at a state level anyway. And if there are Republicans in positions of power that can't protect the presidency, can't protect the rule of law, they can be gotten rid of too at a state level. So they got to step up. Secretary of State. Well, what do they do? Well, I was thinking under the Lincoln administration, people were saying, they don't have a qualification for this. They don't call qualification for that. I think it was William Stanton was Lincoln's Secretary of Defense. And Seward, I think, was his Secretary of State. They were lawyers. I don't, what made them qualified. And Secretary of State is basically like Kissinger was Secretary of State. And everybody's like, well, what the hell does he do anyway? How come he's got so much power? He's a cabinet member, but he communicates with other heads of government and is supposed to communicate the wishes of the President of the United States in foreign policy. They're a middleman. That's all they are, a middleman. The president tells him Okay, we'll do this, this, and this with this country. This country will do this and this. You tell them I said that. And the Secretary of State says, okay, and goes, does it. So the president doesn't have to sit around and talk to a bunch of goofball ambassadors and, Prince so and so from Bunga Binga. If that's the country, I don't know. Bunga Binga. I never been there. I think it's somewhere southwest. Oh, all that stuff, Angela. They're dreaming about putting Kamala Harris on the Supreme Court. They're dreaming. That'd be political dynamite. Even the Democrats wouldn't touch that. Hi, Brenda. But she has prosecuted transnational criminals, and she grew up in a middle-class home with nice yards. I think we heard that about 57,000 times. So anyway, like I said, I was going to broadcast on Wednesdays and Fridays, Sundays, Mondays, Wednesdays, Fridays. But I'm going to do broadcasts tomorrow because I got plucked out today and I got a bunch of stuff, videos I want to play and stuff I want to talk about. I don't know, Gary. Yeah, Rubio, he's not a serious guy. He's really not. But if he's got Trump behind him, he gets serious. He'll do what Trump says. He's not going to call the shots. And with a weak guy like that, he can say, "Hey, not much I can do about it. It's what the big guy wants, and what Mr. T wants. That's the way it goes." And I'm here to tell you what he said. A mouthpiece. I'm just looking through. There was a guy, I had a video of him just to show. Oh my goodness. What they're doing at the UN. All that stuff is going to be in jeopardy. People in the earlier broadcasts were talking about World Economic Forum, talking about the WHO, and all this kind of stuff. It's all going to be in jeopardy. The Paris Accords, they're not going to be in jeopardy. They are in jeopardy. They said they had $6 billion. They're going to go ahead and send as a lump sum to Ukraine before Trump comes to office. Well, that's been increased. They found another 1.1 billion somewhere. They're going to send a lump sum of 7.1 billion. Well, 1.1 billion, that happens to be just as much as the Kamala campaign burned through in 90 days? But anyway, it's far from over. This is a heightened danger right now. But I am really comforted to see how comfortable Donald Trump is behaving. Okay, he doesn't seem tense or anything. I don't know what to make of Biden's behavior. I got a video I want to show you all and do a body language on. We'll do that tomorrow. It's very brief. But I think that Biden's been subdued a long time ago. It's probably not even him. And that this was the scenario that needed to play out to have just what Trump was saying, smooth as can be, as smooth as can be, transition for the sake of civility. And I think Biden gets out of it that Hunter is not going to spend the rest of his life in jail. And Biden will probably have to, be pretty much in nursing home condition, in a facility where he can't wander off, which is where he's going to end up anyway. I don't know what about Jill, but I think it's all laid out to go this way. The dangers aren't Biden. The dangers aren't Kamala. The dangers are the Marxist powers that have been running the show. Hi, Garrett. They're not just going to say, wow, you guys really got us. Because they're doing the UFO thing. They use chemical weapons. That's another report I was going to put up and read to you when I got to the foreign part of my broadcast, what's happening overseas. They use chemical weapons against Russian soldiers in Ukraine. They've also claimed that they are months away from developing a nuclear weapon at the same level of technology as the one dropped on Hiroshima. Did you all hear those two reports? And they showed the soldier that survived. I think there were two of them that made it out of a company. I don't know how many men were involved. A lot of them died, couldn't get their faces covered in time. I think it was about a dozen of them. Very serious violation of international law. So if they start tossing chemical weapons around, what do you think Putin's going to do? So then they had your bets with Ukraine could develop a rudimentary nuclear bomb within months if Donald Trump cuts off U.S. military aid. The Times, I guess New York Times writes about this, a reference to a document prepared for the Ukrainian Ministry of Defense. The author of the report, Oleksiy Yazak, head of the Department of National Institute of Strategic Studies, writes that the country could develop a nuclear bomb. I've got to make sure I don't get tossed out of the studio. They could quickly create a basic plutonium device with technology similar to the Fat Man bomb dropped on Nagasaki in 1945. Then he goes on to say, the article goes on to say, building a simple atomic bomb as the United States did in the Manhattan Project would not have been a difficult task 80 years later. The report also notes that without time to build and operate the large facilities needed to enrich uranium during a war, Ukraine could instead rely on using plutonium extracted from spent fuel rods taken from Ukrainian nuclear reactors. The weight of the reactor plutonium available to Ukraine can be estimated at 7 tons. A significant arsenal of nuclear weapons would require much less material. The amounts of material is sufficient for hundreds of warheads with a tactical yield of several kilotons. Oh gosh, I made that. It's noted that the one could be made quickly and enough to destroy a Russian airbase, powerful enough to destroy a Russian airbase. With them delivering stuff with unmanned drones, it's a little bit more than just barking in the wind. The Ministry of Defense also notes that the quote violation of the memorandum by the Russian Federation, which possesses nuclear weapons, provides formal grounds for the withdrawal from the agreement and more reasons for revising the non-nuclear choice made at the beginning of 1994. That was when they granted Ukraine autonomy if they gave up the nuclear weapons they had. At the same time, Western experts believe Ukraine will need at least 5 years to develop them with suitable carrier. But Ukrainian expert Valentin Badrak insists Ukraine will create its own ballistic missiles in less than a year. So this guy finishes up by saying, in 6 months, Ukraine will be able to show that it has the ability to create long-range ballistic missiles. We will have missiles with a range of 1,000 kilometers. But nuclear experts say Ukraine will not be able to create nuclear weapons. Well, I'll tell you what. Depending on the level of if these are government officials, sanctioned officials, speaking for this illegitimate Ukrainian government, remember they canceled their elections. They're operating on an unconstitutional, illegitimate basis, kind of like Biden. If I was Russia, I'd want all that spent uranium. You want peace? We want that uranium, along with the biolabs. Yeah, Angela, those are really high tech. And they say there's, I think, 20 they developed, and they're accounted for. They're really high tech. That's the kind that Trump was talking about, his uncle was talking about. So anyway, that throws another. I'm going to play a video on my phone. No, it won't work. Let me see. Can you all? Let's see. Can you all hear this? Were you all able to hear that? Were you all able to hear where the guy said Trump was going to make his own personal fiefdom? I just played it. I couldn't tell if you all could hear it or not. No? Oh, okay. Well, I gave it a try. Anyway, so we got chemical warfare, suitcase nukes. We got the Koreans, North Korea over there. They say that troops have increased to 10,000. I saw a video where 8 of them, they claim, got sent to their great reward, and also a identification papers and the actual physical earthly remains of one of these North Korean soldiers. So that's kicking up a notch or three. And don't forget about the UFOs. Bitcoin market value has reached 1.82 trillion. Bitcoin has surpassed Saudi Arabia's national oil company, Saudi Aramco, in terms of capitalization. The cryptocurrency set a new record and traded above 93, oh goodness, 93,000 US dollars. But it's nowhere near the currency reserves of gold, which is about 20, 30 times that of Bitcoin or Saudi Arabia gold reserves. That's all because of Trump. If it wasn't for Trump, Bitcoin would be in the toilet, Edith, in the toilet. Let me see. I'm going through here. This is all screwed up compared to what I usually have. Uh, Rudy Giuliani. I got some coffee from Rudy. If you can do that, get some coffee from him. He's got to give send go. I don't know what's going to happen with him, but they're closing in on him. They want the keys to his apartment and his Mercedes and his Super Bowl rings he gave to his son, and they're claiming that he wasn't allowed to give his rings to his own son. Well, Rudy said, "Well, too bad. I already gave them to him." But anyway, he put up a post where top lawyers provided testimony in 2020 in what happened at the State Farm Arena. The left has now removed sections of the tape. So what Rudy posted was State Farm Arena was where Ruby and her daughter pulled boxes out from underneath tables on tape after they said the pipes busted. Rudy said that they've edited those tapes and destroyed the evidence, but it is on so many devices, and I'm sure who did that? And how come they're not getting detained? But anyway, Rudy put that out today. He also put out there was never a fake elector case. Radical left-leaning attorney general perpetuated by a biased judge is ruining our judicial system. Conservatives of any race, creed, color, or are victimized every day. So a judge recused himself. He put this article along with that statement. Judge recuses himself in Arizona fake elector case after urging response to attacks on Kamala Harris. A judge recused himself on Tuesday from presiding over Arizona's fake elector case after an email surfaced in which he told fellow judges to speak out against attacks on Vice President Kamala Harris. So have you heard that reported anywhere? That this fake electors case in Arizona where they went and arrested 75, 85-year-old people saying they were fraudulent electors, that judge recused himself? I didn't even know it was still going on. There are so many different moving parts. I don't know, Angela. I don't know if they elected the AG that went after Mr. T in Georgia. I'm just seeing what's going on in the chats. Somebody reported that Trump left when he left his meeting with Biden, that he was mad about something. Did you all hear that? I didn't see that. I heard somebody report that. But he doesn't seem mad now. That's the main thing. But anyway, folks. All right. So I'll be going live again tomorrow night. I appreciate everybody that checked back in with me. And I keep don't want to wear it out, but if you could hit the like button, I'd appreciate it. Help the video get around. This is just a little supplement to my prior video I did tonight. If you're new, you might want to check out my channel and see what I did earlier tonight. And if you're not subscribed, subscribe and hit the notification bell so you can join us when I go live. And I didn't get a chance to say it. Hi, Yvonne. On my way out, my earlier broadcast, but I appreciate you all spending your precious time with me. And let's keep pushing forward, keep getting the word out. And check out Libs of TikTok and anybody else who is trying to get the word out on these local people and people in teaching positions, which are going to disappear soon. Lauren Boebert's going to take care of that. But we got to get involved and stay involved. All politics are local. Who's running your life in the county, parish, town, whatever that you live in? Make sure you know, and you know their pedigree. Okay, folks? All right. So I'll be seeing you soon, probably tomorrow night, if Lord willing. And you all have a great night. This is Mountain Man, over and out.